Hello and welcome everybody. My name is Brandi and you have happened upon my Patreon account. I am a mother of 7. I am married to a wonderful man who did 2 tours in Operation Iraqi Freedom in Iraq. I spent 20 years in healthcare, working as an operations officer at hospitals, working with quality management, quality improvement. And then I decided to go to law school because that makes absolutely no sense in the middle of a career, is to stop everything you're doing and go to law school. And like many people these days, online law and online learning is the way that we learn. We don't learn traditionally anymore. If you put me in a desk at a school, I'd fall asleep. It's almost like I'm allergic to school settings. I go to a school setting and just count me out because I'm going to go to sleep. That's all that's going to happen. It doesn't matter how interesting the class is. It doesn't matter. I'm allergic. And so I went to online law school. And in my process of going to online law school, I have realized that there are a lot of things, not just in first year, in second year, third year, all the way up to taking the bar, that, are kind of shrouded in mystery. And the funny thing about online law schools is we all know that we're going to online law school. We know it's online. We also know that because it's online, there's going to be a lot of curtains. A lot of pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. And we don't really get an opportunity to know what's up behind the curtain. I started this Patreon account because through my first year of law school, I realized there is a lot of material that you can use. And in the traditional sense of law school, no one tells you how you're doing. You're never told you're on the right track, you're doing fine, you're better than half the class, you're better than none of the class. Some of the law schools you go to, you don't even know who your class members are. So you could go through 1L all the way, have time to prepare for the first year law license exam, and never meet a single person you go to school with, which is incredibly terrifying if you think about it. We put a lot of money into going to these law schools. We put a lot of money in the first year law license exam, and you just never know. You're left kind of floating in the wind with no idea if you're here or there. I passed my first year law student exam on the first go. I took the October 2016 testing. It was the testing right after they put a Civil Pro question in the first year law student exam and for the essay, and everyone freaked out. So needless to say, I was going to this test thinking, oh my goodness, am I going to get a Civ Pro? Am I going to be in that test? And it took a lot for me to just have confidence in myself and go through it. After I found out I passed, a lot of the people that I went to school with reached out to me and said, hey, I didn't pass. Can you help me? So I started doing tutoring. And in my time doing tutoring, I started tutoring people from other schools too, which was really cool. And I started talking to them and hearing what they had to say about their law school experience so far, and their test apprehensions. And one of the people that I tutored came to me and he said, you know what, you really ought to start a Facebook page. So I started a Facebook page. That's where I started. Started a Facebook page because I think that's what everyone does now. And then somebody said, oh, you should start a Facebook group. So it's not just a page and more people can participate. So I started a Facebook group. After I did that, I was tutoring, and a lot of my students would come to me and they would say, how about you record our videos? Can you record the video for me so I can play it again while I'm at home or while I'm driving? And so I started using Zoom and recording, and I would send the videos to them after we were done. And then that turned into YouTube. Oh, you should post this on YouTube. Everyone will love it. I posted it on YouTube. And now I'm at a point where 2 of the students I previously tutored, who I'm almost positive have passed the FYLSE. They took the June 2017, and I'm almost positive. I'm expecting a model answer out of both of them. Told me, we should do a podcast. I was like, that's a great idea. We should do a podcast. Well, now at this point, here I am. I'm in law school. I'm a second-year law school student, mother of 7 kids, and I have all these requests. Show me how to do a torts MCQ. Show me what are the tricks when I'm looking at a negligence question. What am I looking for? You're looking for reasonable care. Show me how to write the essays. How do I outline this? How do I do my here because therefore statements? Make this video, put this handout together. It's just a lot of stuff all at once. And once again, another really wonderful person that I tutored said, how about Patreon? Patreon will allow you to reach a larger audience, to continue to be able to put out these videos, to continue to be able to put the material together, to put out the cheat sheets that I put together, to do the walkthroughs on MCQs, to do the podcast, which isn't just about passing the first year law students exam, but it's also about like school, going to online law school. I mean, that's a big thing. There's a lot of things we face that we don't get to talk to anybody else about. There's a lot of questions that come up after you're in school that you don't know how to get answered. One of the girls that I'm going to school with right now, she's going to my school because she went to a previous school and it was absolutely horrible. And she vetted them and she did the best she could to make sure it was a legitimate school. They took federal student aid, but there were a lot of problems she had. And, you know, these schools aren't going to put these on their websites. They're not going to be like, beware, we're horrible. So there's a lot of information that can be spread. And now we have the internet. We have the internet, we have Patreon, we have YouTube and Facebook. And for some reason, law school, especially online law school, is still this secret. And it's still kind of hoodoo voodoo. You know, nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody wants to go. And some of us in our later lives, there's no way you're going to find me in a brick and mortar in the middle of my life right now. And so online law school appeals to us. But there's a lot of discussion that continue to be had. And I really feel like this is a way for me, at least, to be able to continue to do what I do, which is creating videos and putting worksheets together and working with students and just keeping the dialogue open. I mean, it is $175 an hour for a Fleming student. That's a lot of money. And I know that I personally couldn't afford it. I had a really bad experience in my 1L. I reached out to a barred attorney in California, and he offered tutoring services for the FYLSE prep, and I paid him over $500. I talked to him on the phone twice, and I got a Barbary worksheet from Barbary. And I was like, this is not what I need. I don't need more homework. I don't need a phone call for you asking me how I did, am I done with my worksheet? I need somebody to talk to, and I need somebody to reach out to. And so really all of my tutoring and the things I put together are based on my experience of, I need somebody to help me. I need someone to explain it to me. I need someone to walk through this with me and make it understandable. You can tell me the rule statement or an intentional tort all day long, but that's not going to help me answer an MCQ, because the FYLSE is like the LSAT. It's just, you have to study to that test. And law school does not lend itself to that type of environment. And so why not? Why not start a Patreon? Why not see who's interested, see who wants to see the videos, see if there's enough people that find a value in what I provide, that you guys can, you know, donate money on a monthly basis or on a per video basis. You know, it's really whatever and however. I'm just hoping that we can do this so that we can, not only for law school students, but for everybody. So everybody has an opportunity to begin to grasp these subjects because they're so important. And I know that if you're going to an online law school right now, or if you're thinking about going to an online law school, that you are definitely somebody with a cause. You have a reason you're going, you know what you want, there's something, and I have found that most of us are justice warriors. And in that sense, that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm putting this information out in a financially responsible and, you know, inexpensive way for people to get this information. If I can't pay $175 an hour for a Fleming's tutor, I guarantee there's a lot of people out there who can't either. And if you can, more power to you. Good luck. Let me know how it works out. I've never met anybody who's done it. I'd be interested to hear, and that would be something we should put on our podcast. But, you know, I have had Fleming's materials, and I have gone through Emmanuel, and I want to give that information, and I want to help other people, and I want to post videos, and I want to show you how to answer MCQs, and how to write your essays, and how to issue spot. And I would really appreciate any support you can give, and we'll see where this goes from here. So it was nice talking to you.